Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss Cbse class 11 Maths chapter 10 conic sections from your NCERT textbooks. So we are going to learn about what is a conic section. A conic section is nothing but a section of cone or different sections of cone. Here you can see the cone which is going to be divided, or it's going to be cut in different ways. So that is what we are going to learn about. Okay, so here we have a fixed line L and we have another line intersecting it. Okay, so another line, we have another line which is called, this L is called as the axis. Okay, and this is called as the generator. Okay, and this is fixed at this point called the pivot, and we are going, when we are trying to move this generator around the pivot, we are getting a cone here, isn't it children? So we are getting a cone here, and this angle between the axis and the generator is called the vertex angle. So we have two here. The below one is called the lower nape and the other one is called the upper nape, and this fixed point is there, right? So this fixed point, it is going to divide these two cones. See, we have a fixed line L and this is called as M, which is nothing but the generator. Okay, which is nothing but the generator. So when this generator moves about the axis, we are able to get two cones. We are able to get two cones, one cone above, another cone here, which is all around this fixed point called the pivot. Okay, so this is called the pivot. Here this is called as the vertex. This is called as the vertex, and the angle made by the axis with this generator is called as the vertex angle. This angle is called as the vertex angle. It is represented by alpha. Is it clear, children? So this vertex, it separates this cone into two parts called the napes. The lower part is called as the lower nape and the upper part is called as the upper nape. So we have two napes here, N-A-P-P-E-S. Okay, this lower part is called as the lower nape, and the upper part, the nape which we got, is called as the upper nape. Is it clear, children? So this is how we have. So when we have a cone now, we are trying to divide it, or we are going to consider the intersection of a plane. So this surface, this green surface which you are seeing to be moving, this surface, you're going to consider it to be as a plane. Okay, a plane surface. We have this plane surface to intersect with the cone, and with the way it intersects with the cone, we are able to get different angles. Okay, so it can intersect at different angles, and with the angle of intersection of the plane with the cone, we are getting different shapes. So that's what we are seeing here. Look at this angle carefully, children. For each thing, it's going to be different. When the angle is going to be equal to 90 degree, then it is called a circle. Okay, when the angle is going to be like this, so it's going to be B less than A less than 90 degree, then that is going to be called as an ellipse. When both the angles are going to be equal, so you see these angles. Okay, so when these both are going to be equal, then it is called as a parabola. Okay, so and then we also have the hyperbola. The only thing is that hyperbola cuts through both the napes. Okay, so we can get a circle, an ellipse and a parabola. Okay, with just a single nape, with just one nape, you can get these. But when you want to get a hyperbola, when you want to get a hyperbola, you need a plane to intersect through both the planes. That is what you can see here. So this is what is called as a hyperbola. Here you can see that this is going to give us a circle. Here it is an ellipse. Here it is a parabola, and here it is an hyperbola. Is it clear, children? So this is what is all about these intersections. So even here you can see, okay, when the plane is going to cut here parallelly to the surface, or it is going to change, you are able to see that you are going to get different shapes. So the first thing which we will get is called as the circle. Okay, so this in this you are able to see the angle is going to be what, 90 degree. Okay, the next one which we are going to get is going to be the ellipse. Okay, so in the ellipse, what did we see? In the ellipse, we saw that it is going to cut at an angle from 0 to 90. Here you can see this, a circle, it is going to be what, 90 degree. See, the angle between this and this is going to be 90 degree for getting a circle. See, for the ellipse you can't get 90 degree. So it's going to be somewhere here. Okay, so the angle will be from 0 to 90. The angle will be from 0 to 90 degree. Then you can call it as an ellipse. Is it clear, children? So that is what we are able to see here. It is going to be from 0 to 90. And for a parabola, we know that the angle alpha should be equal to the angle beta, because so this angle, if it's alpha, this angle is beta, we see that both have to be equal. We get a curve like this. Okay, so we would have already learnt about this curve even by learning about your quadratic equations. Okay, so when you learnt about quadratic equations also, you came across this. So next thing which you're going to learn about is all about the hyperbola. Hyperbola, the only condition is that it has to pass through both. Okay, so even here you can see this angle. So this angle is from 0 to alpha. Okay, so in that case you get a hyperbola. So a hyperbola is something like this. Okay, so this is all about the different conic sections which you will be learning in this chapter. Is it clear, children? So we're going to learn about all these different types of conic sections. See, here you have a circle, ellipse, a parabola, and then a hyperbola. Okay, so all these we are able to see. So with this, these are the sections of the cone. Again, we'll do a quick recap. So this is called the axis, and this generator is M. Here this is called the fixed point, or this is called as the vertex. Okay, so this is alpha. So when we cut, you will have another beta. So comparing with that, we'll be getting the different angles with which we can talk about the different sections of a cone. Is it clear, children? Are you able to understand this? Yes. So this is all about this. You can see how it is all being sectioned. Okay, the different way. Here you can see alpha and beta. Okay, here you can see it's going to be 90 degree. You can see it is what, 90 degree. Here the angle between is going to be what, 0 to 90. Here you see this alpha is equal to this beta. Okay, alpha is equal to beta. Beta is the angle formed by the intersection of the plane with the cone. Okay, so that is what. Here also you can see about the hyperbola, where it is going to be 0 less than or equal to beta less than alpha. So this is for the hyperbola. Is it clear, children? So this is all about this concepts, the introduction of the concepts to the conic sections, and how we are able to classify it in different ways. Hope you understood this, children. If you have any doubts, please get back to the video and try to understand. We'll learn through the next concept in the upcoming video. Thank you, children.